Alright, YouTube, what is up with y'all today? This is Nail Goodfella Nail coming through with another, not really too much of a sneaker review, but more of a nostalgic review in a way. And also, most importantly, this was my first ever Jordan I ever bought on StockX. So here goes the card right here. Snap a picture, all that other stuff that it say when you get it. And then you get the paperwork, all that stuff. So yeah, I don't think my address was showing too much, so yeah, keep that down. So yeah, the condition on these is brand new, 100% authentic. Every YouTuber already got this sneaker already. Me, I was just waiting on a good price. I did not want to pay full-blown retail, so I paid $160. Add the shipping, $13.95. Came up to $173.95. So, I just was looking for a deal. I didn't want to pay $190 plus tax for these. These are definitely nostalgic. These were sitting for a while. I don't know. I haven't seen them sitting in the stores lately. Maybe they didn't make that many, but these were sitting for a while, at least for the first week. But I think maybe eventually people start picking up on them. So obviously that kick is the Jordan 14 last shot joints. I ended up getting the size 10. I put my bid in on StockX, man. This is my first time ever really like using them to actually buy something. I had GOAT on my phone longer than I had StockX, so I thought I was gonna buy something from GOAT before I buy something from StockX. But then I started looking like, man, that's pretty simple, man. That's pretty easy. You just put a bid in, and if somebody feel like selling their kicks for the price you bidding at, it's all good. Somebody will pick up on it and sell you that pair or whatever, brand new. So I do like that aspect. With GOAT, it's more of a, you just gotta settle for whatever they're like asking you for or whatever. So I do like this format. And reason why I was too much, I just didn't really too much, everybody was, it was so off and on with the sneaker YouTuber community as far as like StockX go sometimes, depending on who you look at a lot. But I like to, I'm my own man, so I like to get my own opinion first. Now, if don't get it twisted, if like over 20 plus shoe tubers were saying it was bad, then okay, then I probably wouldn't buy from them. But you had a few, I'd say less than 3 or whatever, that say they had at least the YouTubers I watched had a supposedly bad StockX experience. And I can see where things can go wrong. Like if a fake shoe did get past the authentication process, or if the authentic shoe was switched out for a fake one there, you basically like shit out of luck, because you don't have anybody to track that to or whatever, because you don't know if it was the seller that just did that and got over on the authenticator, or if the authenticator did some crazy stuff and just swapped it around. But anyway, I went inside the store and I've already held these in hand, so I know for damn sure these are the real authentic joints. Now, this review has the review for the last shot 14 has already been ran into the ground a lot, man. I really don't do the real versus fake Jordan stuff no more, man, because a lot of little fuck boys get their panties in a bunch and all that, and I don't want to cuss and stuff, but usually it leads me to cursing, because I'm just passionate about the kicks. But you got that cult following that don't do nothing but just look at people do real versus fake videos, and they just hate all fucking day. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, if you had a real fucking job and you was getting some real fucking money, then you'll be able to get the real fucking shoe. Now, wouldn't that make sense? Wouldn't that make sense? Now, if you one of my subs and you into all that rep and all that stuff, and you can hardly tell the difference, that's good. That's good for you. You could go look at my other video I did 2 years ago or a year ago about authentic versus all that stuff and all that, and the B grades and all the other shit. And I really don't too much care to talk about it. I just like to purchase my shit, and where I know it's legitimate, and and I already know how to do the checks. I don't need no other fucking body telling me what's what and skewing who and all that, whatever. Listen, when you go and look at that shoe, this was in the store long enough to go look at the shoe. So this premium leather, like the 2011 leather did not feel like that on these. And speaking of 2011 last shots, I wanted the 2011 Jordan 14 last shots when they dropped, and I could not get my hands on it for some reason. I don't know. What was it? I don't know if I had a few bills at the time or something like that, but yeah. At least at that time, I definitely wasn't like out on my own at that point. So, but I did. I still had kicks. I probably still had like 30 kicks even at that time. So, you know, yeah. So with these joints, I like them. It's like the suede, the low cut suede on here is definitely like, it feels almost like a fur a little bit. Definitely worth it. I wouldn't say 190 worth, but you know, 170 was okay. I've, you know, because the shipping or whatever, but technically it was 160. But you know, you gonna have to pay for shipping or tax some kind of way. These joints, I actually remember this game when I was a little dude, man. It was like 20 years ago when this happened, man. It's crazy. I remember when I didn't even have this pair when I was a little dude. Like, I had the Laney 14s, because these had actually sold out. I could not find these at the time when they dropped, when I was sneaker shopping. Now, again, I was a little dude, it was 98 and all that stuff. You know, I'm still running around with the East Bay magazine. So, you know, it was all about, at that point, it was like the 14s came out, then the Jumpmans and all that stuff, like the Jumpman Pros, and they had, this one, the Team Jordans was kind of like swarming as well when the 14 was out as well. So, again, the review for this joint has already just been beaten to death, but I am liking that smooth leather. And then also too, you know, you got that verified authentic joint. I just want to show you guys this before I snip it off. Pause. Because I can't actually wait to wear these. Wear these with some black joggers or some black jeans easily. I still don't know if I want to wear these with shorts yet, but I will be rocking these joints today when I do go to a certain event. So, yeah. What y'all think in the comments though, man? Did y'all pick up on these? I noticed like some OG colorway Jordans be sitting. And I don't know, man. Maybe because they can't resell for much. I noticed some people starting to go for the Retro Plus colorways. Like, it looked like it's some kind of hype around those cement tins, all over cement tins. But to me, I don't really too much care for it. I do like cement print, but I just think it's a little overboard with that cement print on the Jordan 10s. Do they come out this weekend or did they come out last weekend? I don't know. But yeah, I feel like people sleeping on the OG was because OG colorways, because this shoe was going to come out again. You know what I mean? Like in 2011. Now it might take years for it to come out, but if you do want an exclusive colorway you're not going to too much see again, it would be best to probably get a Retro Plus colorway, because a Retro Plus colorway is less likely to retro, unless it's like really people just really, you know, getting on Jordan Brand or Nike about it. But a non-OG Retro Plus colorway is less likely to retro than an OG colorway. I'm surprised they didn't drop the Cardinal 7s yet again, because I got the 2011 ones. But yeah, man, that's just my experience with StockX. And as far as my whole little real versus fake thing, just to round that little stuff off, you know, you a grown man, you know, wear whatever the hell you want to wear. You know what I mean? There's no diss to anybody. We all go through those moments, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm really liking that metallic red. And I mean by going through those moments, not buying. I'm just talking about, like, you know, financial situations or whatever, where you gotta put your collection on hold or sell shit you don't really want to sell and all that, man. I've been there and done that. But yeah, I do like the metallic red all on this joint. Oh, another thing too, before I head up out of here, the craftsmanship, I do see the glue stains. Mine is not crazy terrible, but I can see where a few people complained that. Go check out my Prima Donna video too, man, where dudes just go so fucking crazy. I mean, and I'm kind of guilty too. You know what I mean? Like, I am not perfect by any means. I did almost at least 75% of the shit I talk about not doing today. You know what I mean? You gotta go through it to have something to, you know, I was a reseller at one point, or thought I was, and all that stuff. I sold a few kicks or whatever. Now, I didn't try to, at one point I almost thought I was going to try to make a living off of it, but this was like 2012, 2013 when Jordans was selling. So, you know, I already been down that road, and I've moved kicks before. Another thing, I've complained about kicks before, like the craftsmanship on them. You know what I mean? It is what it is. After, you know, after you get a little bit more mature in this game, get a little bit more skin on your back, or whatever they call it, you just kind of, you know, it is what it is. It's not, you know, it moves in waves. You know what I mean? Like, basketball shoes, not the end thing right now. Runners and lifestyle kicks usually is, but, you know, and eventually basketball shoes will come back around. It's like, it's just funny to see that flip, because I always mention this story every time y'all look at my videos, like how people used to lightweight, downplay running shoes, and they was just all LeBron, KD, all the hooping shoes, even the J's, you know, but J's classic forever. But it was a point like that in the sneaker game, man. Crazy. I mean, if you go look back at, I don't know if y'all could pull up some old 2012, 2011, 2013 kind of like videos. You can see the state of the sneaker game at that point was still just strictly basketball. Now, don't get it twisted. You still have people like me that was into like New Balance. I wasn't too put on the ASICs yet, but I was still kind of coming around to them back then. And yeah, man, it's just crazy how the game just, it flips like that. And now it's crazy because like a bulky dad shoe was definitely something that wouldn't have rocked back then, like in 2011, 2012, and that wasn't even that long ago. So that just lets you know how quick fashion and all that stuff just switch. So I don't want to ramble on too much longer, man. Rate, comment, and subscribe. What was y'all experience with StockX? What was y'all experience with GOAT? Did y'all pick up the Jordan 14 last shot joints, man? Crazy. You sleeping on a classic if you haven't, man. Or at least pick them up for the low if you can, man. Pick them up for the low. So, I'm out this joint. I got more videos on the way, too. Clothing videos, talk videos, sneaker videos. Y'all know what I do. And I'm going to try to make some time to maybe do some clothing, like on like fits or whatever. Depends on how I feel outside and if I'm really up to it and how busy I am. So, peace.